Hi everyone, I'm Kev and welcome to this week's Draw Along. This week I've got a fun one for us. We're going to be drawing Leo, the leader of the TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So before we crack on, I'm going to give you a brief history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird and follows the adventures of brothers Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello and Michelangelo, trained in ninjutsu by their father figure, the anthropomorphic Splinter, to defeat the Foot Clan led by the evil Shredder. The first issue of TMNT was self-published by Eastman and Laird in 1984. Little did they know that their little small press comic book would become a titan in the entertainment industry. In 1987, the Turtles were licensed out to Playmate Toys. From there, the Turtles became a successful cartoon series. In 1990, they became the most successful independent film of all time with their first live-action film. Since then, more films, TV series and comics have followed, and this has all led to a successful crossover with the Dark Knight himself, Batman, which we read yesterday on the Nerd Herd Comic Book Club. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is still going strong today, and the characters have become household names, and that is why we are going to draw Leonardo, the leader of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, today here on Kev's Draw Along. So, without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, to start, we start with a circular shape for the head rather than an oval shape as not usual. So I'm going to put him kind of in an action pose. So we're going to curve the spine a bit. And just figure out my stick figure. I think at this point I was figuring out which turtle I was going to draw. And then I settled on Leo. I think I wanted the swords to draw. So there's my basic shape. Yep, and this is where I figured out I wanted Leo. Just adjusted the size for the page and then carry on. So now we're going to go in and add in the shapes. So, like I said, the head is kind of a weird shape. It's not quite a circle. But yeah, kind of like a marshmallow shape. So here I am putting in those cylinder shapes and just working out where everything is going to be. So yeah, I got him kind of in a fun action pose. And then I moved the head down because I thought the head was too high up and he wasn't hunched over enough. Now onto my pencils. So with the pencils we're going to start laying out the musculature and basically draw the finished thing beforehand, before we go onto the inking stage. So I went for like a grim face. Went in with the arms and stuff. So there's that shell at the front. So we get onto the arms. So when drawing muscles, think of interlocking. They kind of overlap each other. I'll have to do a video on musculature at some point. But yeah, when you're drawing like the arm muscle, the leg muscles, any muscles on the character, think of like kind of overlapping them. Okay. Just going in. So I added that circle there for the calf because it's something David Finch does. If you've seen David Finch's videos, which are brilliant by the way, go watch them. He knows, well, he's a professional, so he knows a lot more than I do when it comes to this kind of stuff. Alright, in with the swords. You can start. So I did that sword the wrong way round. And there we go, fix it. So there's a bit of foreshortening going on there with the swords as well. And go and add the bandana. Nice little flicks. The belt. I almost forgot about the back shell. So we're going in and adding that. And then just the some straps for where his swords will be the scabbards for his swords on the back, and just adding in the little extras, a bit of shadowing, and then we're onto the inking stage. So at this point, inking is pretty much self-explanatory. Thicker lines for where the shadow is, thinner lines for where the light's hitting as well. So anyway, another reason I chose Leonardo, is he was my favourite turtle as a kid. But yeah, he was my favourite. I like the leaders, so like in Power Rangers, my favourite was like the Red Ranger, and then when the White Ranger became the leader, he was my favourite. So yeah. So I might fill this in with a few fun facts I know about the turtles. So the turtles were all started off with red bandanas. If you see those images at the beginning of the video, they all had red bandanas. Their bandanas were only changed when Playmates bought the license. So yeah, that was when they got the different colours of their bandanas. Also, in the comics, their origin is, even though they're from different companies, their origin's linked to Daredevil. A kid pushes a blind man out of the road and gets hit by radioactive waste, and that radioactive waste also hits the turtles as they fall into the sewer or something. So yeah, and the hand is a play on the foot are a play on the hand. So there's some turtles knowledge for you there. So going in, adding some shadow now. So where the shadow is deeper is completely black, and then I use this kind of like hatching technique for lighter shadow. So it's not completely in shadow, but it's lighter. So that's when I use that hatching technique. So there's some more hatching technique going on. I wanted to add some like scratches to the shell at the front. So when he's been fighting the foot, I got it wrong again. Yeah, if you can see, he's a bit battle damaged. Okay, yeah, add some more shadow. Again, like I said, the deeper the shadow, I just go in with that all black, and then the lighter the shadows, going with some cross hatching for shading. Again, I might do another video on how we shade and with inks. Okay, so that's pretty much done there. Almost. Just noodling around a little bit, and then we're going to go on to colouring stage. Okay, onto the colouring stage. So I've already filled in the flats, and this is just where we're going to highlight the colours and add in the shadows. So my light source is coming from the left, and I'm just going in with these highlight colours. I've also I've locked the layer, so no colours I can't go outside the lines. And just going to do this for a bit. So like the bigger muscles, the head, anything that's closer to the top of the body is going to get highlighted. And yeah, I'm going to do this for a bit. Okay, we're going to start doing the shadows now. So I'm going to open up a new layer and turn that into a clipping mask and reduce the opacity of that layer. So when I go in with a brush pen, we can still see the colours underneath. And I'm just going to pick out where the shadow is being cast. So it's mainly going to be on the right side. Anything that's obstructing the light. So I'm going to put it here on this shoulder because the head's obstructing the light from hitting that shoulder. Again, if you're doing this with pencil crayons, markers, you can just use a different tone of that colour. If you got like a massive set of pencil crayons, or you're lucky enough to have that massive set of, say, like Copic markers. Yeah. But yeah, anywhere the light's being obstructed, sorry, I'm going to go in with that, with the shadow. And that'll be also anywhere where I've kind of put in that hatching as well. So yeah. Right, I'm going to let this carry on for a bit. You continue watching and I'll come back at the end just to round up the video. Okay, there we go. We have our finished Leonardo from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you've drawn along, please send it to me at Kev's Draw Along on Instagram, or to the Nerd Herd Comic Book Club, also on Instagram. That would be great to see. Another thing about the turtles look very similar. So if you want to draw the rest of the turtles, just think about their personalities if you know their characters. Raphael's kind of an angry character, so you would kind of draw him being angry. Michelangelo is a party dude, so you'd kind of draw him kind of more jovial, having more fun. He's a more light-hearted character, and these will go into like the way the characters are positioned when you draw them. So that's just a tip for that. So yeah, that is the video. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, share and subscribe and all that stuff. Next week we have an amazing video. It's going to be spectacular, so there's a little hint for you if you get what I'm saying there. Alright, till next week, keep drawing. Bye bye.